Good morning. Sorry. I need to tell y'all this dream I had. Oh, while it was fresh in my head, I dreamt oh, I forgot these things that go back like that. I'm trying to think if I was on the bus first or was I going to a funeral. It seemed like the bus ride was to the funeral. It seemed like somebody died. In the dream, it seemed to be my Aunt Virginia. But then it seemed like it was Evangelist Griffin. Oh my goodness. Okay, in the dream. Okay, I was on the bus, right? It was like a bus, a chartered bus. Like just like I said, we was going to the funeral, somebody's funeral, and on the bus it was Samie was on the bus. Mother Giles is on the bus. I went over and I spoke to Samie, and Samie had this hoodie. He had a hoodie on. He just seemed weird. He had a hood on, a hoodie. His wife was there. I went over and I spoke to, I don't know what I've seen his sons, but it seemed, I don't know how you know how you get on a bus and the bus, or should I say, well, I know the buses out here, they have face chairs where somebody could sit here and somebody could sit here and they facing one another. So that's how that bus was. When I walked up, when I got on the bus, I don't think I knew Samie was there. It seemed like I was on the bus for a while. I saw him because he was real tall or whatever. But he didn't say nothing to me. He was acting like he didn't know me. So then I was like, well, let me go on back there and speak. So I walked back there. He had a hoodie on. And I walked over to him and I said, well, praise the Lord. How are y'all? And he looked at me. He wasn't like interested. For me not seeing him for so long, it wasn't nothing like it was when I saw him in Delaware. We hugged each other, and me and his wife, she was like, and she was so glad to see me. But in the dream, it just seemed like they was like, didn't want me to know that they was there. So it was like I blew them up. So I spoke, and he was like, I don't know, he looked like he was sick. His face, I don't know, this is the second time he came to me. I better call him, right? And it seemed like his face was like he was like, how you doing? And then I went over to his wife, and I said, hello, and she looked like she was out of it. I don't know, they both looked like they was sick. So then I was like, okay, so I happened to turn and I saw Mother Giles. I didn't know Mother Giles was there, so I turned on. Now, Mother Giles is his mother, and his mother's dead. So when I turned and looked at her, I think in the dream, I considered it kind of weird because I knew she was dead in the dream. But then it kind of like seemed normal. I don't know. It was kind of weird. That was kind of weird. But anyway, I turned and I spoke to her, and she was excited to see me. And she was like, hello. I said, praise the Lord, and I hugged her. I said, how are you? I can't remember the conversation because I don't even think I asked her how she was doing because she's dead. But I think I just spoke to her. It was like I was showing love to them even though I knew that they didn't love me, right? Now the dream switched, and now we seem to be at this church. It was a big church. I'm trying to think if I saw Pastor Glover in them. It seemed like I seen Pastor Glover. Pastor Glover seemed to be kind of like she had the biggest clothes on, the biggest coat on, and she was just like in the middle. The hat was like down the here. I don't know. She just looked funny. She looked funny. She didn't look right. She looked very weary. She looked very tired. I ain't like that. So anyway, now I walked. Now here's the thing. When I got there, I was getting myself prepared because I was saying I'm not too crazy about funerals. So in the dream, I was saying I'm not staying too long. I am. Let me come on this side because I'm sorry. So I said I'm not crazy about no dreams. I'm not crazy about no funerals. So I am not staying. Right? So I'm not staying like that, right? So see, I don't know. I just can't explain the church. I'm not gonna say we went like to the south for the funeral, because then that would mean that somebody died in the south, right? But the thing is that I was like, all right, let me go and see them. Let me go and view them, because I looked and I saw the person in the casket. I said, let me go view them. Now I went to the casket. I looked in the casket. I saw the person, and there was everybody like put pictures. People that couldn't go, they put pictures, and there was a picture there of somebody of importance. And I was saying to myself, I just shook my head like this. I said, these people could not even come to the person's funeral. But in the dream, it seemed like it was my aunt that been dead over 20 years. But then it seemed like an Evangelist Griffin, which was the person that I told y'all in the video where God led her to come from church to pray. And then it seemed like it was somebody, but it was somebody of importance, right? This church was huge. Like where I was standing at before I went over to where the person was that was there was like a side place. Like, how can I say? It was like a place where you can go and eat, maybe more so like the kitchen or so, but I don't know. This church was huge. But it seemed like a church that I knew about, a church I was familiar with. But I just couldn't place a dead person. But I'm telling you, this is how crazy dreams is. I went up to the person, looked the person in the face, and I was looking at him. I don't remember what the person looked like themselves or not. But it seemed to be Evangelist Griffin. Now, my aunt is dead already. So I don't know what it means to dream of someone dead already. I got my own thoughts and interpretations of it. But I'm not sure, so I'm not going to put it out there yet anyway. But just to think that it switched from the person that... Let me tell you how... Let me finish that sentence. It switched from the person that I thought it was to a person that it is. Like, real life. Evangelist Griffin is alive, I believe so. Now with Bishop McGinnis and Mother McGinnis, Elder McGinnis, I dreamt, I think, a year or two of them dying. See, now I have to say them dying because she's dead now. He's still alive, but she's dead. So that had to be a foredream of her death. And now I'm dreaming about Evangelist Griffin and dead people already. Now, here's the thing. It looked like there was a picture there of my cousin. And I was saying to myself, wow, she couldn't even come to her mother's funeral. Then there was a whole lot of pictures. People like put pictures there, but they didn't come. And I was saying to myself, wow, these people could not come. And it was like, it kind of like switched to church folks because my aunt wasn't saved. So in the dream, waking up from the dream, I find it kind of weird to be thinking about church folks going to visit her, but it wasn't that. When I walked away from the casket and went back to that other part of that church, that's when I said to myself, I said, oh, wow, Evangelist Griffin. She had like on now I'm remembering the dress a little. She had like on a flowery looking old time dress. You know what just came to me? Cheryl. Just the dress coming to my head remind me of clothes that Cheryl would wear. I hope that girl all right. Well, anyway, when I walked away and I saw the dress, I said, oh, wow. That's what I saw when I got in there and I turned to look. That's the first thing I saw was the dress. And the person was lying there. And then I went on to do what I was doing. And then, like we had like 15 minutes or so. It could have been less to go and visit the person, to go and view the person. So I was like, well, let me go. It's going to be too late. So that's when I walked over there. But her casket, whoever casket it was, like it had like a canopy like coming over. Like you know how them old carriages that you push the baby? It was sort of like that. That was like at the head part of her head of the casket. But you can look underneath it. And underneath it was a whole lot of pictures. There was like 5 or 6 pictures of people. And I happened to look. I said, wait, they got pictures? And I saw a picture of, it looked like her daughter, but it was somebody and their husband. And then it was somebody and somebody else. It wasn't nobody and her. It wasn't, you know how you have pictures of the person that's dead? It wasn't nobody and her. It was like different pictures of different people. And I wonder if those pictures was people that was going to die, because the pictures of the people was live people. But they was in there. They was in the casket with her. I mean, I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing the ha-ha laugh, like a funny laugh. It's like, that's crazy type of laugh. Now that I'm thinking about it, the picture that was in the casket was people that was alive, but they was in the casket with her. And I'm recalling seeing this picture. I can't remember whether it was her daughter, but it must have was her daughter, because I said to myself, I said, look at her, she can't even come and she ain't even come to her funeral. I don't know. I just want to put that dream in, because I would have dreams of different things and I would think nothing else about it until it come to pass. And then I'll be like, it was like the Lord bring it, like a deja vu, and the Lord bring it back to me, and I'll be like, wait a minute, I had a dream of that. All right, so y'all have a blessed day. Today's Thursday, December the 21st. Y'all be blessed. God bless you. Bye. I gotta go to the bathroom.